Hi, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your beautiful location. My name is Asobi South. I hope you're doing great. Okay, guys, something has been bothering me for a while, yes. And I think it's right that I speak out. Do you understand? Yes. There is this attitude so many ladies has developed, especially doing ta, which is disgusting in kind of, let me use the word disgusting, I don't know, but I know to so many men it's in kind of disgusting, although I usually tell so many men that offering power when you are taling is not usually very necessary, unless if you know this person very well, unless if you know this woman or this girl in question very well. Otherwise, offering power, by power, I mean offing the light when you are tatali, especially with a woman you don't know. It's not necessary because it's very dangerous. Anything can happen at that spot. Anything can happen. Do you understand? But let me even go straight to the point. Listen, women. You see this attitude of when you're tataling your man, you will now bring out spit and fume. Do you understand? I don't know, how comfortable do you guys feel doing these things? Isn't it disgusting even to you as a woman that does it? How can you bring out spit? Don't you know that your spit, our spit, are sometimes contaminated? Your spit, oftentimes a lot of women will be crying, I am feeling itchy in my medulla oblongata. I am feeling itchy. You feel itchy over there, and you probably think it's coming from that the guy you are dating. You probably think it's coming from your husband. You probably think it's only toilet infection that gives you itchy over there. No, your saliva can also make you itch over there. What do you think is the reason? Most times when you go to the hospital, maybe you're sick or something, and the doctors check your tongue, they use that stick to and ask you to open your mouth. They place it on your tongue. They check your saliva. Sometimes they even go as far as using it on your tongue like they are brushing your tongue. What do you think? You think they do those things for fun? No, never. They are checking your saliva because most times when your saliva is contaminated, it causes a lot of sickness for you. It can even cause a what are they calling it? Gum infection. It can even cause a sore throat, a lot of sickness for you. So the same saliva, without knowing if it's contaminated, is what you do, and then the next thing is bagam. Do you understand? And that man that you are making out with doesn't know that he can also pick an infection from that nonsense that you have just done. Like, I don't understand. If your saliva is contaminated, once once you add it into that place during ta, and that man still plugs the engine into the saliva that you have just poured, saliva that he doesn't know if it's contaminated. What the hell? What are you guys not telling me? Ladies, that saliva might be contaminated, and that is the reason most times when you're done making out with your man, you start itching. You start inching, and the next thing you start looking at this guy like he has an infection. You start looking at this guy like he's not neat, he's not clean. You start blaming the toilet you're using. Maybe if you're this person that maybe you're living in a public yard, or you visited this guy, you're gonna say, the last place I visited was my guy's house, and after I used this toilet and all that, he's the womanizer, because if so many women are not using this toilet, there is no how I will contact an infection, blah 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 blah. My sister, it's not about so many women using that toilet. It's not because you visited his house last. It's simply because your saliva is contaminated and you poured it and you added it there. Why would you add it there? If your body is no longer producing enough lubricant, what you would do is simply walk into a pharmacy and get yourself one. Lubricants are not even expensive. Yes, you can simply get yourself one, or you go and see a doctor. Yes, because if your body is not producing enough, you see a doctor, then they will direct you on what to do. I have taught you guys so many times that as a woman, if your body is no longer producing enough estrogen, you will find it very difficult to produce water during ta. This is the simple truth. And another thing is age. Age also makes it impossible for women to produce water during ta. But there are medications to this. There are one or two that the doctor will put together for you. There are one or two the doctor will ask you to do, and you will produce the natural one. Do you understand? Women, please quit this attitude of adding speed into the ife doing that. It doesn't make sense. Apart from it being disgusting, it's also not healthy. It's also not healthy. You can contact any form of infection through that means. Do you understand? Men, please be careful. Before you start turning off the lights and before you start offing the power in your bedroom, make sure that this person is not among those ladies that add spit inside that place doing ta. Are you understanding me? Eh? Yes, and again, be paying attention, be sensitive to anybody, the body of anybody you're making out with. Because a lot of men, you guys are just enjoying the sweetness. I'm not paying attention. Learn how to pay attention. Okay, you started tatata with somebody, and immediately that place has been dry all through. But immediately you withdrew just because you guys wanted to change your style, and you come out odogu, putting odogu back everywhere done water. Rain don dey fall everywhere, and something in your mind is not telling you anything. Your brain is not telling you anything. That you have been doing over few minutes, nothing's like, because when a woman produce the natural water, they actually produce it from the beginning. No woman produces water at the halfway of tatata. No, the water doesn't come during second stage of tatata. This water comes from the beginning. That is how you know that now she is ready. Once you touches those places that tickles her fancy, she produce this water for you. The water tells you now, my ifedi is very ready for you. So you are doing something, and then almost at the finishing stage of it, you just come out odogu, may you ketohalia ifedi. The next thing, as you're plugging your charger, everywhere don water, everywhere don dey rain, and nothing in your, like, your common sense is not telling you anything. Please, men, you guys should be paying great attention to these things. Be paying attention. Ụmụ nwoke na-ada ibi kịta akalizi. Ụmụ nwoke na-ada ibi dị too much. Be paying attention to this thing. Infection of the odogwu is the worst type of infection that any man can go through, right? I love you. Yes, I do. And I'll definitely see you in my next one. One love, guys.